Yo, what is good, guys? Yet again, more squeezing in the markets today. Today we're going to be looking at some more controversial methods of technical analysis, which will show you things you can't really see with other things. And yeah, I'm just going to be explaining where all of this momentum came from today in the past few days, as well as the phantom bars, the fib circles, all of the cycles, and the VIX. You'll see. So stick around, watch the whole thing. Make sure to show this video some love, give it a like, and subscribe. And we're going to get into it. So to start off, I want to show you the macro trend line that we were at. This is a very big trend line here. One that I've been watching for the past few days, and we were really having a battle with it today. I shorted right at it just because of the probability of not getting above this thing. So we're going to take a look at the 4-hour, which there is a shooting star on this. The way you can classify a shooting star is if the upper wick is at least double the size of the body and there is little to no wick to the downside. Now the bottom wick is a little larger than I'd like it to be, but I still think you can classify it as a shooting star here, which we had one on the daily yesterday that got invalidated. These were very bearish candle formations, but we still managed to invalidate it and squeeze through some supply zones, which I'm going to show you quick. But this macro trend line here, today you did not close above it. You got rejected at it right on the daily. I'm going to show you where you draw it from so you can put it on your own chart. This is the one you want to be watching here. This is the big trend line. So that's the 1 day, the 4-hour. You couldn't get above it, shooting star right underneath it. The 2-hour, the doji, indecision between bulls and bears, no one's in control. You closed underneath it. The 1-hour, you tried to, doji, same thing, and this is the big trend line that you want to have on your chart. So I'm going to show you these supply zones on the shorter time frame. So this is something you need to know for tomorrow and the day after, because if you don't hold this area, the bearish strength that this is basically, if this does not hold the support I'm going to show you, the bearish momentum is going to basically double the strength it has than if it was just you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to put up this supply zone as well as this trend line here. This trend line was something I was watching this morning. You know, it had a lot to do with the daily candles from yesterday. And what did we do? You broke it and you squeezed through this supply zone here. A little supplies. Let me move this so you can see it better. Right here, this is a volume gap. You went right through it into the next supply zone, which I'm going to show you on the bigger time frame. But that's what happened here. You get into this zone and there's really no resistance regarding supply and demand. So now the bigger supply zone here. This is basically the last supply zone within this range here. And you know, I've been talking about 407 to 416 for like the past 2 weeks, I believe, and we're at the top of it. So let me put up the other right here. So yeah, this is it. So where did you get rejected at today? I'm going to move this in a little closer so that you can really kind of understand it more. This is where you found some big resistance today. Sorry, my dog's barking. Hold on. Alright, hopefully he's done barking. But anyways, here's the supply zone. This is basically the last really area of the area that sellers are kind of suppressing the price here. So this is such a crucial area. You know, we've had a lot of crucial areas in the past few days, but this is another one with an insane amount of resistance here. The top of that range I've been watching, you're at the 200-day exponential moving average on the daily. This is another big line to watch. And you know, we were down at the 3600, and I was like, we could get back up to those moving averages, and it seemed so far away at that time, but here you are. You were at this massive moving average. You have the divergences on the 4-hour. This is pretty big here, because what has happened every time in the past, it's gotten annihilated. And just from looking, you can see that this is a big trend line here. You know, we couldn't stay above it today. Even back here, you know, I did not think we were going to get higher in this area. We shorted here. I said we were going to probably 370s. Went to 365, which I've been targeting since February. And you had that rising wedge, which I showed you how to measure out to get your target. And that's been playing out. So this area right here, you have a lot of reactions here. It's a big supply zone. You're at moving averages. And I'm going to show you some other stuff quick. I want to show you the VIX quick. this is consolidating very tightly here. I think the VIX is going to be bottoming around or during the third week of August, so that's a week you really want to be watching, especially up till that point. You have insanely bearish options flow for after mid-August, especially the first few weeks of September. So you're really approaching critical time frames here where there's big transitions that happen in these time frames. So I'm going to show you those. The cycle. This is something we've been following pretty closely. 34-day cycles, they correlate very well with the lows. And you're getting towards the end of that one. We've been floating all the way into this thing, which is pretty astonishing. It's not surprising because I really did think we were going to see a big squeeze from down here. I said this SPY has a higher short interest than it's had in the last 2 years, and this is it unraveling. Now, I'm shorting with shares, not options, which last time, that was a big mistake. I tried doing it during this rally towards the top, and I got destroyed. I got IV crushed, the theta was burning me, and thankfully I did do shares on SQQQ. I made like 60 or 80 something percent on this drop. Sold that here, went long, shorted here, and went long, and now I'm short. So it's only a matter of time. This thing is going to come down just as hard as it went up. But I've been trying to give you these tighter time frames, but in reality, right now the market makers, they're just trying to decimate every bear out there, and it's doing a very good job of that. And today I'm going to show you where the momentum came from so you can understand this. So Vand Research, they have a lot more access to data than retail does, and what they're seeing is this rally has been mostly from retail, and I'm going to show you this and explain it a little better. But the point is, it's not necessarily good news that this is strong retail participation, because this is very likely coming from momentum traders rather than the smart money and institutional traders. And this is the big thing to know. Their conviction is likely to be based on the trend rather than a positive macro outlook. As a consequence, they will take their profits very fast if everything starts to drop again. And this is the image. You can see the average has been definitely going higher here. The retail inflows they've been very high, and so it's not smart money that's pushing this rally. It's short squeeze combined with retail just trading off of this momentum. And once this thing turns, it's only a matter of time. It's going to fall very quickly. It's going back to its mean reversion. It's got 6 gaps to fill, okay? 6. I don't remember the last time there were that many below, but it's a big spot here, and I really am trying to stress that. So I'm going to show you the phantom bars, which showed up on SPXS. And, I did a video on these. Has to do with institutional orders. These get hit very, 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 very often, like almost 100% of the time. Go watch the video and you'll see how accurate they are. So there was one on SQQQ, UVXY, with the volatility index, and this is pointing to upside on the inverse ETFs. SPY, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to, but yesterday's video I said you got a phantom bar on SPY. What did you do? You went up, you opened right at it basically. So held above it and you just kept going. So this is a really big spot. That's the point I'm trying to make here. So I want to also show you the these fib circles. So I have everything written down, so I remember everything I want to tell you guys. But the fan and this fib circle here. So first off, look at all of this. Look at all of these areas you were at, and these aren't even all the trend lines either. The big one I was watching today was this one. I'm going to take off the log scale. Now, the log scale has a lot to do with the macro trend line, so that's why you're going to see that shift. I'm going to take that off because it's not as relevant anymore, but, it still is, but for what I'm showing you right now, it's not as important. So, let me clean this up a little. The fan, you can see you're at the fan right now, which also shows up on the logarithmic scale a little better, but for what we're looking at, we're going to take that off. So, taking this off as well as the gaps and the fan here. So, the fib circle, you're getting close to this range. You're getting close to that cycle. If you go back to that last video, I showed you the harmonic time frames, which I guess I can show you guys quick again. If I can find it soon enough. Harmonic. So right here, you actually, you got the shift on that time frame. It just was not that big. So Um, yeah, it's a big area. I'm telling you, all of these circles, you're getting outside of these right now, and it's a big, really just area that has a very high probability of starting to reverse and slowing down. Now, I've been bearish. I've been very bearish here, and I still am. I do think we're going to get that reverse here, but this is a big zone. If I did not explain to you what you need to be watching, which I believe I did, but I'm going to stress the point again here. The supply zone, you need to be able to hold on top of that. Let me just put it up so I can explain it. So, the small time frame here in that smaller trend line. You need to hold this thing, because if you don't, the downside is going to accelerate very fast. You have all these gaps below. All of the incentive is to the downside. So that's really just all you're gonna want to be watching here. I showed you the phantom bars. Right here, that's the 413ish, 413-ish area that you want to be watching for tomorrow to see if you hold and even test it. So a lot of resistance here, a lot of resistances here. Once again, you have not really consolidated. You got a couple days, but I showed you all the divergences, all the resistances you're at, the supply zones you're at, the macro trend line that you're at. It is a big area. So tomorrow, you're gonna want to see if you get a pullback, if you hold it, because that's probably one of the most important pullbacks to be aware of that happen in the next few days, because it's going to really decide whether this thing can go a little higher or not. And a month ago I was looking for 430. I showed you how you measure out that wedge. You can go back to some of those. You can look at the thumbnails where I showed you that huge triangle. But I'm going to show you and explain to you. This is what I drew out months ago, or like a month ago, over a month ago, and I'm going to show you where we really are right now at it. So, you measure it out from the bottom to the top, and where have you broken out from? This gives you the upside. So, there is upside. I was looking for 430 a month ago, but at this rate, I don't think we can get there. There's a big area between 420 to 430, but at this rate, I don't think you've consolidated enough. But we'll see how it goes. I'm in shares, not options, so it's a lot less stressful for me. So we're gonna see how these next few weeks go. It's really the next few weeks. I'm looking for this downside to really come in hard. So I showed you everything I wanted to show you. You get the whole picture of what I'm trying to tell you. So if you watch this whole thing through, make sure to show it some love, give it a like and subscribe. And if you want to be a part of this and you want to see how my pulse zone theory is working out, join the Discord. We got that lifetime deal running up, so you're not going to want to miss out on that. That's all I got for this video. Tomorrow's a big day, so you're going to want to be on top of it. And that's it for this video, so peace out, guys.